$7 million. That's a lot. It's a lot of beers, but I'll take him up on it.
Maybe not 7 million, but I have a feeling Alex Bowman's going to be picking up the tab for Ryan Blaney for quite a long time. Here we are on the day after, and here he is, young Ryan Blaney. All right, so I brought my red Solo cup because when Ryan Blaney wins, we all win, don't we?
Yeah.
I loved that you were sitting in the media center with your Solo cup, drinking the beer in there. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
That's right, man. Yeah, you got to celebrate a little bit there.
So how did you celebrate? Because we had a day off yesterday, so maybe a little crazier than last time.
My wife and I were stroller and car seat shopping yesterday.
I saw that.
That's about all we did. So we went to the mall, and yeah, we're trying out some different strollers, and yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I had to buy the double. You're turning into Frank the Tank from Old School, right? Remember where he's like, yeah, we got a busy day. We're going to Home Depot. We're going to Lowe's.
That's right.
It's a crazy day.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have enough time. Yeah. It was good, though. It was good. It changes. That's for sure.
Does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, so,
did it feel real? Did it feel real buying the stroller?
Oh, yeah. And then we spent probably 30 minutes looking at clothes and stuff. You just get drawn in. You get drawn into all the stuff they have to offer.
All right. Since you started that way, I've got a little trivia for you, a little dad trivia. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. True or false? Babies are born without kneecaps. You can't look it up. Don't Google search it. I see you looking.
I'm going to say false.
It says true.
Oh,
They're
okay.
squishy. They're squishy. Huh. All right, so that's it. What do dads stereotypically get on Father's Day? A new drill, socks, or a tie? You're not winning. Just go ahead and guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a good pair of socks.
Oh well, we'll have to get you that. It's a new drill is the answer.
Yeah,
and
I got plenty of them. I don't need any new ones. I don't need any.
How many diapers does a newborn go through in a day on average? 2, 5, or 10?
I'm gonna say 5.
10. Better get ready.
Oh my God.
Are you practicing on the dolls yet?
No, I haven't practiced once. So I'm gonna have to get me a dummy doll, and we're gonna have to time ourselves and see what happens.
It's not about timing. This is not a pit crew. Okay, take your time. Make sure it's all done properly.
About cleanliness, right?
It is, and you don't want it. You don't want it coming off in situations when you want it to be secure. Yeah. Okay, let's talk first about the cover model, Mr. Ryan Blaney, the cover model on the cover of NASCAR 2025. What do you think about this? Did you know this was coming out? Did you know you were on it?
I did. Yeah, I did. I learned about it probably a month and a half ago, and so it's cool. I think it's great they're coming out with a new game. I've heard great things about it so far. I know it comes out in October, but some people who've been able to kind of play the beta, I think is good. And I grew up really enjoying the NASCAR video games. Like NASCAR, like the original NASCAR Heat, and like Total Team Control. Like there were some really good games, and I know the last 2 or 3 that have come out have maybe not met expectations, and I couldn't imagine how tough it is to make any type of video game, let alone like a racing video game.
Yeah.
But I've heard great things. I think iRacing stepping in and helping out, I think, is a great thing. So yeah, I'm excited for people to do it. But yeah, it's pretty cool to be on the cover. I always enjoyed like who's on the cover of this one, and it's just a neat thing. So it's neat to have me, Byron, and poor Christopher Bell. They had him in a helmet. They didn't even show his face on the cover. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So hopefully I can get my hands on a copy. We'll see.
Well, I remember when we were at Fox, you gave us a hard time because you weren't in one of the promos, right? Everybody else was, and then I renamed the studio the Ryan Blaney Race Hub Studio for a while in honor of you.
Yeah,
so
you
have made the cover.
You're a big part of helping me out with that. So
yes,
it's got to plant the seed, and it grows.
That's right. Speaking of planting seeds, Alex Bowman planted a seed, a little bit of one. Let's hear what he had to say after the race.
What do you owe Ryan Blaney?
7 million beers. So, I'm certainly thankful for him. Ryan's a good dude, and happy to see him win. He's had a ton of huge hits here. I don't know what to say other than that. Just thankful that he won.
You
Yeah,
sure have. You sure have had a lot of hits there.
I saw that. I think Bob brought it up in the post-race press conference that Alex said that. And I thought that got to be a pretty good laugh. 7 million. That's a lot. It's a lot of beers, but I'll take him up on it. Alex actually texted me. I don't know, it was sometime after the race, and I, got back to him, and he's like, "I'm serious. I owe you, all that stuff." And yeah, I mean, I wasn't actively thinking of that. I'm actively trying to find out how to win the race, right? But then all the stuff that went on afterwards, right? Like there was a handful of guys that if they would have won, that finished, second, third, fourth, fifth, that would have knocked them out.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine how stressful that was on that group, right? They're sitting in their trailer watching, like nothing you can do about it. Just try to hope that a guy who's already won has won a race and doesn't knock him out. So, yeah, that was kind. I will take him up on that. That's for sure. So
Jordan Bianchi did a great piece with The Athletic. He was sort of watching that entire 48 team while the race was playing out. And by the way, I looked up how long it would take to consume 1 million beers. And if you had one beer every single hour, all day, every day, without stopping, it would take 800 years. So you better get some friends and family over to consume those beers, because it's going to take a while.
Yeah, we'll never get to that number, but
No.
I'll take. If I'm ever out and I see him, I'll be like, "Hey, man, you're picking up the tab." Like, that's
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't expect the number you've set out, but I expect a little tab pickup here and there if we ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned trying to win the race. When Custer and Haley started doing what they were doing, how did your brain now flip to, like, did you realize the position that you were in right then and there? And how do you have to kind of respond to that, because now you are in a position to win the race?
Yeah, really. It kind of started on the front stretch with 2 to go. Priest got split, and he was in the middle. And Cole and I told my spotter, Timmy, to tell Cole's spotter, like, whenever you want to get to the third lane, like, I'll go with you, because he was in front. And I feel like if 2 of us went, we'd have other takers, and the top lane would be able to surge. And we were waiting, and I was waiting on him to kind of figure out when we wanted to do it. And that opportunity just kind of came about at the third lane. I think Suarez had some momentum, and me and Cole kind of jumped up there with momentum. And then we had a monster run down the back coming to the white flag. I think he got pretty even with the lead, and then he got the lead down the front on the white flag lap. And then to me, I was just trying to be as patient as I could, knowing we had a lot of time left. There was a moment down the front stretch I could have got to the middle, but I didn't want to. I wanted to be on the top and behind the 41, and shoving off a 2. The 7 got clear, and right, both those guys had a win to get in, right? So they're going to do whatever they can. And I don't blame the 7 for making the block that he did. I don't blame Cole for taking the run where he did. And I kind of saw it developing, and I just stay in the top lane, right, and kind of let them get going down there and take advantage of an opportunity. And luckily we had the shoves to make it back to the start finish line and eke him out, that 4-wide finish. So yeah, you're noticing things develop, and you're kind of guessing like what other people are going to do that's hard to do, and sometimes you guess wrong. Just in that situation, kind of guessed right, and it worked out for us to where we were able to keep a bunch of momentum and kind of cleared the path for us of a couple guys racing.
Yeah, is that just knowing the tendencies of the guys around you? Is that watching races, Ryan? Because this is not like other sports, right, where you can watch film and you can go back. I mean, you can, right? But it's not like football or basketball or anything like that. Like, how much do you have to study speedway racing in order to kind of be a master of it?
Yeah, I watch it a lot. Like, I'll watch the previous race at a certain track. This is everywhere, at least a couple times through the week. Yeah. Just kind of getting my mind kind of back to an idea of how it played out, especially speedways, like just seeing how these things play out at the end. And the thing with our sport compared to others is you're racing the same guys every week, right? Like other teams, right? Other sports, you're playing a different group every week. It's not the same group of people week to week. And so you pick up tendencies of people, and you just try to do your best to figure out what are their tendencies. And in that situation, I hate to say the word desperation, but those guys had to win, right? So I knew that they weren't going to be satisfied with kind of running in a lane. Like Cole was going to take his route, and Justin was going to do his best to keep him behind him. And So you know who you're racing around, and you know what's at stake for those guys, and you just do your best job to not only worry about yourself, but also try to feel the room, right? Of like what guys are thinking and doing. And like I said, sometimes you guess wrong, sometimes you guess right, but luckily for us, we kind of made the right move and guessed right with what those guys were going to do, and was able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you were 13th, obviously, with 2 to go, and I counted 7 of the drivers in front of you were in a must-win situation. Could you feel that intensity? Could you see them, maybe making some moves out of desperation in those final laps?
I mean, it's kind of typical end of speedway racing, like shoves get harder. Um, Guys start kind of pushing where it's maybe not the best to start pushing.
Yeah.
I've always tried to keep in my mind, no matter what point of the race it is, I've always tried to be smart with where I push people, like, and always try to time it up right. Like I've always tried to tell guys, like, I got you if I'm pushing you. Like I try to be really smart with how I get on you, and I try not to get on you in a bad way, and because that doesn't help me either when we're kind of both out of shape. Bye, love you. Sorry, my wife's leaving.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Gianna.
So I try to be smart about that, but you notice like everything's getting tight and everyone's shoving hard. But honestly, I thought everyone did a great job. Like we didn't see like a huge foolish block that caused a huge wreck at the end of the race. Like even with those guys that need to win, with Haley's block on Cole, like it wasn't anything egregious to where he came up last second and they tangled and caused a big pileup. Like everyone was racing really aggressively, but also really smart as well and trying to get to the finish. But yeah, the intensity level picks up. I mean, the last restart, I think what the restart was like with 10 to go or something, and you just pull your belts a little tighter and see what's going to happen. You never know.
Well, I hope Dale Inman didn't give you a hard time about the burnout because you earned it. You deserved it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I was pumped up. It was a big win, and it was cool.
Before we let you go, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since we saw the commercial for Chicago. Dude, you are hilarious in that commercial, playing, of course, the bear. Did you just I mean, like, how did you prep for it? Did you just go in there and did you have a couple beers before you did it just to kind of let loose?
No, I didn't have any, and I honestly, I know I'm going to get hate for this, but I haven't watched The Bear. I've heard it's a great show. I need to watch it, but I watched some clips of it when I learned that we were doing it and kind of basing off of that. And it was in that, sandwich shop that they have filmed in. And they're like, hey, this is kind of who we want you to be like the head chef.
So good.
It was great. It was funny. People enjoyed it. And that was fun to do with Ricky and Ty. And they were like, yeah, I felt bad, like yelling at Ricky and Ty, like, I'm like, geez, these guys haven't done anything to me. And, but yeah, it was fun. People really, even my dad texted me. He was like, that was one of the funniest things I've seen. He was like, that was great. So it was fun.
Because I've known you for a really long time, and knowing who you were when you first started racing compared to who Ryan Blaney is now, and especially when you saw you in that commercial, it was just so awesome. You're like, all right, more of this, and more wins, please, as you get ready to take on the championship and start the playoff. So good luck to you. Good luck buying all the stuff that you need for the nursery. What's up next, by the way? What's the next big purchase?
Well, today our crib and dresser and changing station came, so I got to build that.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun. So yeah, I got a lot of building I got to do, but it's a fun process, and he'll be here very soon this winter and creeping up on us. So we got to get it done. But it's been fun to kind of go through that, and we're excited. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's why dads get drills, because they have to build stuff. And once you put that changing station together, get that doll and start working on the diapers.
That's right.
Thank you, Ryan, so much, and have a great playoffs. Hopefully, I'll talk to you again.
Thanks, Shannon.
Always love catching up with Ryan Blaney, and absolutely cannot wait to meet the newest member of the Blaney family when he arrives in the off season. All right, time now for best day ever, and truly it can only go to one person, and that would be our friend Connor Zilisch. Okay, what a weekend it was for him. First of all, back in the car at Daytona just 2 weeks after he broke his collarbone in that scary fall in Victory Lane. Okay, he did not finish the race. He had to have a replacement driver come in. That was our friend Parker Kligerman, who drove to Victory Lane. Congratulations to Parker on that. But Connor, he gets credited with the win. Yes, he does. Does not get the playoff points, but definitely gets credited with the win. And this was a big weekend for him as well, because, of course, Team Trackhouse announced that they've signed him to race in the Cup Series next year. If you didn't get a chance to watch the press conference with Connor Zilisch, go back and do it. This kid is so likable. It's so incredible to see the emotions that he showed talking about this opportunity that Justin Marks and Team Trackhouse is giving him. He said, there were many times that I questioned why I left school and my friends to make this commitment. I never knew what was ahead of me. 5 years ago, I thought I'd just live life as a normal kid. Today, that dream is real. Yes, it is, Connor. The dream is real for us as well, because we get to see you compete in the Cup Series. On a side note, the last time that a driver replaced a driver in a race and went on to win, that was 2007 in Milwaukee. The driver that started the race was Eric Almirola. The driver that replaced him was Denny Hamlin. If you guys don't remember that situation, it was when drivers could do double duty. Denny Hamlin was coming in from Sonoma. He was late. They filled in the helicopter landing pad with cars, so turned it into a parking lot. So Denny was not able to start that race. They did make the replacement. Denny Hamlin went on to win the race, and yours truly was in the pit box on pit road covering that entire event. A little different circumstances, of course, but that was the last time that happened in 2007. So it's exciting to see Parker Kligerman go out there and get it done. Of course, my teammate at TNT. Playoffs start this weekend. That's exciting. We're going to have it all for the next 10 weeks. We're going to break it all down here on the day after. Can't wait to see you on Monday. Have a great week, everyone.